thought about how much we are like Mr. Feeney?
I think about it almost constantly.
Well, y'all, we want to play one quick game with you because we recently got some fan feedback that people really love when we pitch TV shows on the podcast. And all of y'all have pitched storylines and pitched reboots. Y'all, the reason we put y'all together is because you are three of our rock star pitchers. Yes, bring back.
Yes, thank you, Victoria.
That is important.
Thank you, Victoria.
But we would love to know if you had a magic wand and you could put together your dream comfort television for the fall 2020 slate. You know, if you could say, history be damned, we shot the perfect pilot. What is your pitch for the show we most need as a world right now? Yeah.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay.
It's it's a sitcom where everyone is like Alf except for one character, and that's a person, and they're an alien. Reverse travel to another planet. It's reverse Alf. They've traveled to another planet, and because they want to escape this planet because it's so bad, and they go there, and then they're like the weird one.
Oh my God.
Well, yes, there are the skin care products available in heaven I'll tell you, they're better than the Korean ones. You know, the Korean ones are really the best because the Koreans, they regulate the skincare products like the Italians regulate their cheeses and their wines. And I will tell you, there's like government certifications. If you're going to buy a beauty product, buy a Korean beauty product. I don't work for them. I don't need money anymore. But the heaven ones, they're good too.
Wow, Kenny.
Wow. Kenny, I am feeling full of the Christmas spirit.
Well, actually, I have a friend who wants to come say hi.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Hello. This is my my terrestrial lover boy. His name's Nico.
Hi.
He's a star.
Terrestrial lover boy.
Yeah, you know, Kenny, I met Kenny during a seance.
Respect that.
I am going to go with Moujan because, not just because of David Harbour, but I like the idea of, so I loved Orphan Black. And I feel that was definitely going to get you the Emmy, because we're talking about Emmy here, right? Not necessarily like what's the best written, although I'm assuming it will be very well written, but what's going to get you the Emmy is if you play all the parts and do them all well, and then it'll be undeniable. Like they have to, if you're on some type of Tatiana Maslany shit, and they're like, oh my God, she's the good one, the bad one, the same one, all the people in the museum, the bodega guy, the wife in Maine. And I mean, if you guys combine all your stories, but Lauren plays all the parts.
I like this.
We could be talking partnership. We could be talking cross-cultural deals. We could be talking like cross-platforms. That's how she's going to get the EGOT. So I'm going to go with Moujan's idea, like as a primary idea.
Right. But
keeping in mind that we could filter in the other things.
Wow, I'm feeling some story by we're getting a story by Ty in this season. We're getting a story by Kate in this season, and wow, this I'm excited. I feel like
I'm in a Zoom. I'm sorry.
Hi, bro.
I have come. Now the other one needs to come in. You guys remember my white baby? This is my niece. Yes, I know. This is me trying to have a moment of peace in a house full of children. It doesn't happen. Okay, go away.
Caitlin and I talk about this a lot, but we're like, we have never felt like someone looked us in the eyes and understood us the way that you did.
I think I do. I want to see.
Yeah.
So we wanted to play a game based on that thought, a version of the Newlywed Game. What Rodney has are answers from before. Okay, so there's no oh my God!
new.
No cheats, but Lauren and I will be hosting also still.
I feel like it's like $1 million questions. So I'm like,
it is pretty much.
It is.
So we asked ourselves 3 questions beforehand, gave the answers to Rodney, and now we will ask Elly, aka Grimes. So, Elly, what is our favorite Christmas song?
I have something in my mind.
Okay.
But I won't say that because I was on the backstage. And then I saw Horan sing a song, Silent Night. So I think that I will go with, okay, maybe not. That was my thought, but I will go with Frosty the Snowman.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
We do have a storytelling song.
We do, but like reveal the answer because close but not quite.
Okay.
We understand why you would think that of us, but and I get it. And like on one level, yes, but on another level, no.
Okay. Are you gonna tell me the answer or no?
Well, we're trying to buy time because we know there's a graphic.
Hard candy.
Okay.
Yeah. But we get why you said Frosty, but it is actually all roads lead back to Dolly.
I do like Frosty. For the classic ones, I do like Frosty.
I actually was one. I babysat every kid in the state of Oklahoma, every kid in the state of New York, and the tri-state area. I still am currently. I work 37 hours a day.
Are there any babies behind you?
They're all, it's 8:45. They're sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Hi.
Oh,
Brody, is that you? Do you have a mask on? Rodney, could we please get her off?
I don't know which is which. Who's the real Lauren?
Go Amanda Hunt, Mariah Smith, and momentarily we'll have Joanna Tillman.
Welcome.
Wow.
This panel here, I mean, this is just PhD after PhD in Bravo. And I mean, there's a whole new franchise. It's come in with a bang. Oh, and we have Joanna Tillman. She's a new learner in the Bravoverse. This is her first episode.
Very new. Just started.
Whoa. You started at the top.
Salt Lake City debuted. If you don't know, it came in with a bang. It's been much anticipated. We've got 6 new housewives. Rodney, do you want to throw up one of the first housewives for us to discuss? We're going to hit a picture of each of them.
And just get everyone's first impressions and predictions.
Okay.
I love her. I think that she, as she mentioned, she loves Black men, rap music. She loves all the things Mormons shouldn't. I predict we're going to see her hook up with a Black man while listening to rap music during this season. If it doesn't happen, I demand we get a season 2 or see it on the reunion.
Yeah. It was Chekhov's gun for her to say it.
Yeah. So let's look at some of these fashions. And you know, these are primarily our 90s and early aughts boys, you know, our generation.
What do we grew up with?
You know, I did some archival research for us all to review. So here's them as Santas. And then here is truly a late 90s, early aughts obsession, which was winter gear. I believe snowboarding was invented around 1998, and everyone in pop culture became an expert.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely had both of those posters in my room. Like, instant, I recognized them instantly.
Where's the Santa the best?
Which is the best Santa?
Yeah.
I think it's obviously Kevin.
I feel like it's Brian because he's like, the hood is like kind of off to the side, you know, so it's like a little chill.
Only Kevin is really taking on the whole hat.
That's why I want to give it to him, because I feel like he's the only one that's like, Santa's already cool. Like, it's cool to be Santa. He's not trying to you know, he's like, I'm sexy enough and so is Santa. We don't have to try so hard. It feels.
Okay. I like that. Now, next up. Now, a girl group. Destiny's Child. Now, whatever happened to these 3? Nothing?
I haven't heard of them in a while. Angel, do you know what happened to Destiny's Child?
I think they're still friends, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is honestly absolutely most important.
I'm freaking out about our next guest. I can't wait.
Okay, obviously we're all obsessed with the Christmas verse and we desperately want to be a part of it. But our next guest has actually been in a real deal made for TV movie, The Truth About Christmas on Freeform. Please welcome Elly Ghandour.
Hey y'all. Merry Christmas in July.
Yes, Merry Christmas in July. Thank you for being here, Elly.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I cannot. I'm like honestly shaking right now because you
were in a Christmas movie.
Ooh, you have lived my dream. And it's a good Christmas movie too. Yeah. Like it's a good one. It's so fun.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it definitely felt like being part of a genre that in itself is magical.
Absolutely. And it's on Freeform. Freeform's taken over, okay? Live and Hallmark need to watch out.
Big fan of Freeform.
Here's the thing. We think about Hallmark when we think about made-for-TV Christmas movies, but Freeform is coming for its ass. Like, their movies are so good.
Yeah, and I want to say they've probably, moving forward, they've probably got the edge. Hallmark has shown itself a little bit to be a bit of a dinosaur in terms of changing and adopting your current cultures and stuff, I feel like Freeform's coming for you, Hallmark.
Oh, 100%. 1000%. And I am just so thrilled that you agreed to be here because I feel like I'm talking to not like it's beyond a star. Like you feel like I feel like I'm talking to a literal like angel right now because you've lived in the Christmas verse.
It's a star on top of a Christmas tree. It's an angel on top of a Christmas tree.
Well, my goal is next year to make Fat Carrie Bradshaw's list. So.
Oh wow!
Okay. Here we go. Let's bring them on and see what happens.
Mariah, Lauren, Ashley, and Rachel Smith.
Hello.
From Smith Sisters Live, of course, on Sirius XM.
Yes.
It's us.
How are you guys?
I'm so happy to be here. It's always a blessing to be in the company of the We Stand Together colleagues. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we know you guys are huge stands, both sometimes of all the same things, sometimes different things, but always standing.
Yeah, I will say that I'm wearing a Black Panther shirt because we stand Black Panther. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I can't get those people out of my...
Warren and I stand, Rachel at this point almost stand Real Housewives of Potomac. And one of the housewives has a parrot named T'Challa. And so that's what I believe this shirt means.
I was like, oh, wow, she really goes hard for Monique's hair. But then I realized that it was derived from an actual blockbuster history-making film.
Exactly.
Now, we want to frame our conversation with y'all with a tweet from friend of the show and earlier guest, Lauren Lapkus. If we can bring up Lauren's tweet. A couple years ago, she tweeted, "Older siblings are the original influencers. When I was little, my brother said sausage pizza was gross, and I didn't eat it again for 20 years. And so this is sort of our door that we're going to walk through because since you are all three such huge stands, sometimes of the same thing, sometimes of the different things, we want to get to the bottom of like who started what stands. Like which character started what?
You're about to start a fight.
I know, right?
It might be a fight because there are many times when we're like, I told you that a month ago, a year ago. Why is it taking you this long? So this is blood.
Right. Well, it was in pieces of media that we know that you are all at different, at least one of you stands. We'll see where it goes. So our first is True Blood. Now, who's standing first?
Me. Lauren. That's going to be Lauren or Rachel. Lauren. Okay.
That's Lauren. I don't know, Lauren. Did you experience Sookie Stackhouse novels pre-True Blood?
No, I started reading them after the books, but I would have watch parties for the show with our cousin who would come over and watch it.
Right.
And I will say I'm paused on season 5, episode 2 as we speak.
I said earlier, for those, I assume our fans all know this, Miss Sisters, Lauren Ashley is the eldest, Rachel's middle, Mariah's youngest. And we don't have to say ages, but what are the differences?
2.5 years apart.
Okay, wow. So
that wasn't clear. We're all 2.5 years apart.
Getting it done in 5. Type 5. 3 sisters. So this one we all agree, eldest Lauren Ashley paved the way with True Blood, and then both of you got on board?
Yes. Fully.
Like
Fully on board.
immediately, or did it take convincing, or was it an easy sell?
This one was immediately for me, and as I became obsessed with it, Lauren then was like, you have to read the Sookie Stackhouse novels because anything Lauren reads, I stand directly behind it. So she had all of the novels. She lent me the books. I think I still have some of the books, but it became a progression of obsession. So it was quick after. I don't know how far after Mariah got
It took me a little bit because I scared easily and I was terrified that the show would terrify me. And in some ways it did, but I've become, sort of numb to it all.
Excellent. A group of people that's not numb to it all is the cast of Grey's Anatomy. Now, who stand first?
Lauren.
Again.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Lapkus is 2 for 2.
We're proving Lapkus's thesis thus far.
Now, I mean, she is a scholar.
She is. She's truly a scholar. Now, again, same question. Was it an easy sell to get Rachel and Mariah on board? Did it take convincing with this one?
So Rachel has still never watched it. Mariah is a longtime private practice viewer. And so I would be like, how are you watching the spinoff of Grey's Anatomy, but never having seen a frame of Grey's Anatomy? And she only came to Grey's Anatomy as recently as the pandemic. So this is she's still in her first intro to Meredith and company.
I mean, Lauren, this has been an amazing show, but there is actually one more act. And I know that you were impressed with the Grey's Anatomy montage, but that was a video. That wasn't having a celeb that you stand right here with us. So I want to invite 2 of the biggest celebrities in the world that you love. Please welcome Niall Horan and Harry Styles.
Happy birthday, Lauren.
Happy birthday, Lauren. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
It's me, Niall.
Caitlin, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
With their assistants, I DM'd their assistants, and they were available.
We were available for your birthday, Lauren.
Birthday, Lauren.
Wow, this is huge.
When we saw the Grey's Anatomy, we're like, how are we going to top that? Yeah.
Yeah. I said that was so good. I love when he was like, "Happy birthday."
It truly was incredible night. Lauren, we're so sorry we couldn't be with you in person because of COVID. I'm actually here on the set of Dunkirk 2.
And I'm on my COVID world tour, and I'm actually doing them all on Zoom, but I rented a hotel room so that I could feel like I was on tour. You know what I mean?
Wow. Well, Lauren actually went to one of your shows on Zoom. This is a real thing, Niall.
So
I saw you in the chat, and I said I would like to get to know her.
So Niall saw you in the chat and said, Harry, will you come and do a bit? And I said, of course. And we tried to get the other fellows.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they are.
Their photos don't count.
They don't
matter. They don't matter.
Caitlin did say forget about them, but they still don't have Wi-Fi.
Zane does not have Wi-Fi, famously.
We don't know if Zane.
He's not allowed.
He's a Luddite.
He's not allowed.
He said something about trying to get off the grid, and I'm like, all right.
That's what you were like. No, I love your costume on Dunkirk too. It's very similar to
Thank you. I just got out of costume. If I was still in costume, I look like I'd be in World War II. Dunkirk 2 actually takes place after the war, and it's a love story.